This ABC 15 Flash Briefing is sponsored by Sanderson Ford. Straight up.
Hello, I'm Ashley Paredes with your top stories from ABC15 Arizona. An update tonight on a Valley woman attempting to escape Ukraine after getting stuck there visiting her parents earlier this month. Tatiana Polishko telling ABC15 she's made it through the border to Moldova and is heading towards Romania to catch a flight to Phoenix. She hopes to rejoin her husband back in Tempe on Tuesday. Meanwhile, a Valley man desperately working to return to Ukraine in order to save his loved ones. Damian Rodriguez fought on the front lines for Ukraine years ago. He left the Ukraine military last summer. Rodriguez is now planning to return to the country to get his fiancée and 2-year-old son out of danger. He moved to Phoenix a month ago and was planning for his family to make the move when the conflict escalated. Now he's trying to reach them and move them 25 miles away from where the invasion is currently happening.
We'll be right on the border of Poland. They have plenty of defensive equipment that will not get to Lviv. They will protect their border for sure. NATO will help protect the Polish border.
Damian says he plans to leave for Ukraine next week to try and bring his family to safety. Many of you are asking how you can help Ukraine. Here are some organizations you can donate to. United Help Ukraine distributes food and medical supplies to those who are displaced. The organization People in Need is also helping provide humanitarian aid to the more than 200,000 people there on the ground. These are both legitimate organizations, but keep in mind not all of them are. So make sure you check out each organization before making a donation. At the State House, plans to restore a wall at the border, another step closer to reality. The state Senate previously passed a bill dedicating $700 million for the project. Now, House lawmakers adopting a measure allocating $150 million. Arizona can only build a wall along 17 miles of state-controlled lands, meaning this would cost $41 million a mile. Governor Doug Ducey says that's too expensive.
We're negotiating right now with the legislature on the physical barriers where Arizona can build that, and I'm confident we'll be able to get those resources.
The governor has proposed adding $50 million to the state's border security fund for more physical barriers as part of his 2022-23 budget proposal. Also happening at the border, new construction is set to start on a port of entry in Douglas. The federal government says when construction is done, commercial inspections will shift to the Douglas port, while the downtown port will be dedicated to foot and car travel. Now to COVID-19, where the CDC announces new guidelines for masking, saying those living in communities with low to moderate risk can ditch their masks. Health experts agree giving people a break is a step in the right direction, but caution masks could once again be recommended in the future.
I would like to see, the most masking when we really need it, when there's another wave of COVID, potentially, next fall. So after Thanksgiving of 2022, it's very likely that we'll need to ask people to put their masks back on.
As for public transportation, masks must still be worn at least through March 18th, but the CDC is reviewing those requirements. Closer to home, masks are officially optional in Tempe. The city just announcing the change. That includes employees at indoor city-run facilities. It also includes special events hosted at city parks. There are some exceptions like public transportation, which we mentioned, which falls under the federal mask mandate.
Tracking your most accurate forecast, I'm meteorologist Jorge Torres. The warm-up begins tomorrow and picks up big time starting this upcoming work week. We're calling for lows in the morning here in the valley in the mid-40s, warming up into the 60s by midday and reaching the mid-70s by the afternoon. So a great Sunday to enjoy the outdoors, running, hiking, biking, walking your dogs. Of course, wear layers in the morning as temperatures will still be on the chilly side. Up in the high country, we'll be in the 40s in Flagstaff, 50s as you head toward Winslow and Show Low, and 70s across the lower deserts from Safford to Casa Grande to Gila Bend and to the west out in Yuma and in Quartzsite too. 7-day forecast for the valley showing temperatures reaching the 80s by Monday. and even warmer Tuesday and Wednesday with highs in the mid-80s. I do expect us to remain in the 80s and no 90s yet. We'll be close on Wednesday in parts of the valley, then cooling down back into the 70s beginning Friday. In Flagstaff, we're in the 40s for the next couple of days and lows still below freezing, but climbing into the 50s starting Tuesday and warmer still Wednesday and Thursday.
This ABC 15 Flash Briefing is sponsored by Sanderson Ford. Straight up.